तो हेलो भाई, क्या हाल है सबके। तो वेलकम टू पार्ट 3। तो यार आपने लास्ट पार्ट में देखा होगा, नहीं देखा तो पहले यार लिंक पे जाके देखो भाई, पता लगेगा कैसी जर्नी रही है। तो अभी देखा होगा कि हमारे यहाँ पे आके बर्लिन में काम वाम कब करा, कैसे लैंग्वेज ख़त्म करी, फिर काम ढूंढा, काम करा, कैसे काम को मतलब पैसों के लिए नहीं करा, मेन अपनी जर्मन बेटर करने के लिए करा था, और कैसे वीज़ा एक्सटेंड करा। तो अब आगे देखते हैं कि आगे कैसा एक्सपीरियंस रहा, कि ऑफनामे प्रीफॉर्म कैसे थे, और यहाँ हाल में अब तक की जर्नी कैसी है। लास्ट पार्ट होने वाला वीडियो को लाइक कर देना, अच्छी लग रही हो तो। So you tell about your work experience there, and how did you apply to university? How many university did you apply for?
I got my B2 TELC certificate.
Yes.
And then before that, I actually did all my UniSS documents. I had to send all my visa, passports, and my language school certificates. All that I actually had sent it. Only I was waiting for my B2 certificate.
Okay.
I got a B2 certificate and I actually put it into the post box. And then the next day was
UniSS post box.
UniSS post box, and next day was the close of all the baby books.
Okay, that would be 15 July maybe. 15 July is the winter semester.
I got it on 14 July.
Okay.
I had to notarize it and then I had to send it. But I actually applied for around 7 universities.
For 7 universities. Can you recall that? If you know that, if you remember that.
Yeah, for example, Wismar, Halle, Leipzig, Hannover, FU Berlin, TU Berlin, and I don't remember the last one.
Okay. So how did you prepare for everything for the exams? How was that?
Yeah, initially I thought it would be like easier because I have C1 and I actually didn't do a lot of research. I actually took C-Test. There's an app called C-Test on Play Store.
Play Store.
I actually downloaded that app, and then I bought this book Mutsuluk.
Yeah, that's
B1
very important.
and B2.
That is very important.
But B2 was really tough.
Okay.
I thought I couldn't actually do it.
B2.
B2.
But did you completed your C1 and
C1
then
still
okay.
it was really tough.
Mhm.
That means I could only do B1 plus look and text.
Okay.
That was it. And then I did some math questions from all the papers.
Okay.
And then I went through the question papers just like that. I took some university papers and I just learned randomly.
Okay. So what was the first exam that you gave?
I actually went to Wismar first. It was
Wismar.
yeah.
It is maybe in the north of Germany.
Yeah, it is just near Hamburg and
Okay.
it's like a semi-city.
Yeah, it is a small city, and the university was that big. And how was the entrance exam level, and how was everything?
The exam level was actually like B1 plus, I guess.
Okay.
But unfortunately, I couldn't actually pass the exam.
Okay. So what will you say? You lack of what do we say? Lack of preparation, or you were overconfident that you have C1 and you can clear that? What was the?
I was not overconfident, rather I was underconfident.
Okay.
There were around a lot of people. I saw people and I got stressed.
Okay.
Before the exam, I was really stressed, and I actually during the exam I did a lot of mistakes which I must not be doing with B2 or C1 level practice. And then if for example there was a pattern, I had to learn the pattern. The people who come there, they knew how the pattern was set in Wismar.
Yeah.
I knew how the pattern was generally in Germany.
That you have to do C test and you do maths and
Yeah,
everything.
all
That
these
was
things.
the general pattern.
General pattern, but I did not know that all the questions were paper specific or pattern specific. That was one mistake. And then in the exam there was some words which I actually was not aware of, because it also included physics there.
Okay.
It's not only math or German. In some universities they ask chemistry or physics also for T course.
Yeah, for TCO. So you didn't pass that exam. You managed. So were you demotivated, or because the first exam you are giving you have done till C1, and I'm sure that you would be demotivated after that.
Yeah, I was demotivated when I got the results. I actually rechecked my name. I did not find my name. I was demotivated. I thought probably I was stressed because of that. But one day I was demotivated. But I told my family. They were like, "Don't worry. You have applied for 7 universities. If not that, you have another chance. Don't worry."
Yeah.
My cousins, my aunt, uncle, everyone supported me to actually talk about. Don't actually not worry about it, because you have a good level. You have prepared. You planned. You went early. You are managing things alone. You need some time. Don't worry. It's gonna be fine. They actually helped me a lot.
The role of family is very important. Family and friends, they play a very important role to motivate you. At that time, it is a very difficult time. You are in another country. You are alone. You have to manage everything. So it is very important the role of family. And so when what was your next exam?
The next exam was here in Halle.
Okay, so how was that? Was it difficult, normal, and how did you prepare for that? After not passing an exam, what did you learn for the next one?
The exam was actually of another level, of another one level, much higher level.
Okay.
And the questions were of B1 plus and B2, something like that.
Okay, in Halle,
In
C
Halle.
tested.
Halle, all the questions.
Okay.
But this time, as I told, I prepared for the specific pattern.
Yeah.
I knew how the pattern would arrive there in the question, how the questions are actually built up there. So I prepared for those questions. Like I prepared my own questions related to similar questions, and then I wrote on my own self. And then I was a bit strong in actually writing. My strength was in writing. So here there's you have to write an essay, small essay. They give you situation and you have to explain it in small words, and it was actually helpful for me. And then here in this exam there were around 1,000 people
1,000 people
in this task.
for all courses, or
No, just like T and M course people were there.
there are 40 seats for T and M course combined, 20 each, and 40 together, and 1,000 of components.
I actually lost motivation for a while. Then I was like, no. I
Yeah,
did the
you are
same
seeing
mistake.
1,000 people around you, and you have 40 seats. So yeah,
But I did not want to do the same mistake I did the last time. I saw people and I was stressed. There were around 80 people there. Now it's 1,000.
in Wismar.
In Wismar.
Okay.
And then I was like, no, I'm just gonna try and I'm gonna come back. I went to the exam. It was good. I made some mistakes. We are human beings and we do mistakes and during our but I knew how to do that. But still, because of time and most of the other factors, I did mistakes. And then
You passed that.
I passed the exam. But after the exam, I came out. I called my mother. There was a place where I could sit just on the grass, and I just called my mom and told there were a lot of people here in the exam. My motivation was not actually I was not stressed, but still I don't know if I might pass or not.
Yeah.
Probably not. That was my guessing, because I thought the 1,000 people and the margin of error should be very small. Like you should not make any mistakes. But that was also wrong. You make mistakes and other people also make mistakes.
Yeah.
Because all are in the same boat. We are all sailing on the same boat.
And how was maths?
Yeah, math was for Indians and Asians probably.
Asians,
general,
in
it was
Indian,
easy,
Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, everything.
Indonesian
Yeah, it is very easy with maths, but you know that everyone learns German language, but the thing that makes you special is you have to practice more and more. You must know vocabulary, you must know the understanding of the language. That is the main difference that makes. So he passed the Aufnahmeprüfung. So what did he went? So I think they gave only 2 to 3 days to tell that do you want to take a seat or not.
Yeah. After the exam, within 3 days, I got my results.
Okay.
And because I got my results on Friday, I had like Saturday and Sunday to decide if I have to go to Halle or should I go to another place. So, of course, I wanted to come to Halle because just before I actually gave my exam, I actually saw a video on YouTube of a person who already studied in Halle explained how actually Halle was, and I loved it. So I was like, no, I'm going to study there. And on Monday, Monday, that is 3rd of September, I had my Immatrikulationsstag. That means I would get an entry and I would be officially declared a student.
Okay, on Monday. So you have to decide just in 2 days that you want a seat here or not, and after you confirm a seat here, you cannot take exams from another university. So
exams, you're not supposed to attend the exams
because you are here and the student college starts in a week.
And it's in a week, not in a week, in 2 days. It started.
In 2 days, okay.
So it was. And it's also senseless. There are so many people waiting for the seats somewhere else. Why do you want to take the chance from them? You got a chance, you should be happy and you should be satisfied.
So you, Monday you came here, you took all the formalities, you did everything.
Yeah.
And
on the same day, I had to book for the student and own house.
I have shown his room. You can see the link is in the description. Yeah. Then
I went to the Studentenwerk. After my Immatrikulationsbescheinigung, that's very important. Only with that I can get a place here. I came to the Studentenwerk. There I waited for 1.5 hours and then I got a room, and as you know, I was there, and then I went back to Berlin I took all my stuff, I packed my stuff, and the next day I came here. Normally, it's not allowed in Germany to immediately actually cancel your appointment. That means you have to tell your owner that you have to, before 1 month that you're going to stop living there, and then you're going to go somewhere else. But my owner was actually a nice man. I told, I don't know, do I have to like keep my room for a long time or can I go immediately? He was like, don't worry, I understand your situation, and don't worry, you can stay how many days you want to stay. You can pay for per day for that many days, and you can go, don't worry.
So that is the main. You came to Halle on Monday, and you by Wednesday the class had to begin.
So I told the person on Sunday that I'm going to leave the room on Tuesday. It was a bit confusing, but
That is though you had many what do we say
Options.
that 9 options, not options, you face very difficulties but you also met good people. That is the main
That
thing,
was
if
really
you get
important.
good people. So and you came here Wednesday, your classes start. How was your first experience in your student college Halle? How did you find that? How are the teachers here? What are the subjects?
Actually, the corona was not really bad at this time. That means we had normal
So it
presence
was in
classes.
July or which
September 5th, our classes
5th September in winter semester.
Yeah.
Okay.
Class started, and then I was excited. It was in normal classes. That means after a long time, after online classes, I'm going to actually go in front of a teacher, and teacher is going to teach me.
Yeah.
But still, I was excited as well as a bit scared, because it's a new experience, just a new journey. But I come here, everyone is excited. I spoke to every person. I'm actually more a social person. I went to each person. We spoke with each other. But normally, most of the people who come can speak English.
Yeah.
So we spoke in English. We spoke in English for a while, but later we also developed to talk in German, and now all of us speak German.
So, and how are the teachers here? Actually, I'm also studying. Teachers are very cooperative, but I'm not studying W. I'm studying W course, but it's with T course.
Yeah, in T course, the teachers are really good, and they know what they are doing. For example, the maths teacher is like really cooperative. He's for the students. And physics teacher, he has a very good level of physics, and he's a very experienced man. He knows how to teach the subject. My German teacher, for example, she is really helpful. She's so helpful that if you have you give an exam and then you don't have sufficient marks there, she's gonna come to you and tell, do you need any help? I can send you more papers. She's gonna tell you that so that you get motivated.
Yeah.
And for example, my German teacher, I wanted to read some books, and I went to my teacher. I told, can you please suggest me some books? She was like, I'm not sure about it, but what are your interests? She jotted down all the points, whatever I told. And after I go back home, within 3 hours after I go back home, teacher sends me an email of all the lists, whichever I have to study, books I can read, so that my interests are met.
So you can the teachers are very cooperative in Germany. They know your interest in which you have, and how can you better your language, how can you better your field, and what are the subjects here?
I actually, in the first semester, there was no informatic or computer science.
Okay.
So I had to only study physics, chemistry, maths, and
German.
and German, physics, chemistry,
Just
maths,
four
and German. Yeah,
just four
only
subjects in the first
in
semester.
the first semester. But for the second semester, we actually requested our faculty that we need informatic, because some of us are going for informatic later, and probably they might need a certificate, and if we don't have the certificate, it might be a problem. So my professor himself, he searched for a informatic teacher, and he actually brought for the second semester. And now in the second semester, I had to study physics, chemistry, math, computer science, and German.
So what is the level of German here? Is it easy for you, as you have done C1 level? So how you can say, because I have done just B1 level, so I find difficulties as starting, but everything is going smoothly after 1 or 2 months. But how was it by you?
When I came here, the first month, it was like, not first month, first 2 weeks we only did B1 stuff.
Okay.
It was not tough, and then B2 started. Until like first semester completely, it was around B2 or B2 plus, but I did not feel any difficulty, because my teachers were telling what I was doing wrong and what was right. So if you have the right guidance and right motivation, I got people who only speak German. We only spoke German, and then I got some friends who used to listen to German rap. So I started
Yeah, he's
listening
fond
to
of raps. I know that. Yeah. So that helps you make
Yeah.
better.
And then in the second semester, it's around B2 plus and C1, not completely C1. I don't know. I could you can't actually judge. You can't break a level. It's like it's always fluctuating. All you do is you know the language, you actually imply it, and then you actually speak, talk, meet people, write, listen, watch, and through all these methods, you actually learn the language.
But in generally, we say when we end the student college, our level is just like C1 level.
That's
Yeah.
what is officially declared. It's official.
So teachers and everything other staff is very important, play a very important role. And so how are the level of tests and exam that you gave first semester end test, and he's just ending the student college, he's in the second semester, he's just the next month in June he will be giving the FSP. So how was the level of test and exam, because every test here that you give is important for the FSP, so you have to be very careful. So how was the level of exam?
I guess initially it was easy,
Okay.
but later it was a bit tough because we had to prepare every day. Then if you start preparing every day a bit and then also have fun, meet people, go out, the more activities you do, you also feel good, and now you are actually relaxing. Then you see the tests and exams coming. According to me, taking me as a reference, it was not really tough.
Okay.
It was easy because in class 12 and during JEE advanced preparation, I had to learn so much.
Yeah, that is
But
nothing.
here, I'm only using 10 to 12% of my knowledge what I actually
Yeah.
used in there.
And maths is easy.
Yeah, I guess it's
Physics,
easy.
chemistry also.
Yeah, physics. I like
Okay.
physics and chemistry. Basically, in India, we learnt a lot of theory. Here, it's more based on practicals. We don't do it with chemicals or something, but
Okay.
the questions which are asked, there is no definition. You don't have to tell anything. You don't have to learn a definition by heart. There's
Okay.
nothing you have to by heart. And the most important thing, what I liked in Germany is, if you're going for an exam, you can take a formula book. All the formulas
yeah,
are
you
there.
can take formula book and also calculator by yourself.
Calculators.
Yeah, that is
Everything
easy.
is allowed. That means they're going to only check what knowledge you have and how much you are prepared, not how much you can by heart.
So that is the main thing. That. And so you will be giving the FSP next
Yeah.
week, and how next month? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. So what are the subjects in that?
I'm going to be writing German, that's Deutsch, mathematics, and physics.
So you have to write three. And
FSP.
in W course we have to write German, maths, and business or economics. That is the main thing. So so next month you will be writing. Best of luck for that. And so you can see that this was a journey of Manu. I think he had many difficulties, but he also met good people. That is the main thing. If you find new people, good people, so they help a lot to you. And I hope he gets in. And what are your college that you are hoping to get into after FSP? That is also main.
Actually, I'm still preparing for what I want to study because there are a lot of options here in Germany. I want to take a best one so that I enjoy the studies. So probably I might take informatic and physics here in Halle,
Okay.
Halle, Darmstadt, or Hannover. Or probably the research is still going on. Probably if I find another good one, I might actually go.
Okay, so best of luck for you, and thanks for making a video. And if you liked the everything that he said, please and follow his on Instagram. His Instagram is there. And thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked the video, and I hope that you got to know something about that. His journey was very difficult, but yeah, everything goes good if you find good people. So subscribe to the channel and like the video. बाद में मिलेंगे. Bye.
Please subscribe to the
Yeah. Okay, so